Muy buena, Ratko. ¿Qué tal, tío? ¿Cómo vas? Sí, hay mantenimiento en el New World. ¿Cómo puedo probar? Resérvalo, Axel. Buena, Groggy. ¿Cuándo empieza esto? Ya.
Hello and welcome to the Gamescom Opening Night Live 2020 pre-show. I'm Kyle Bossman, and this is my hot and stinky apartment. I realize you probably have a lot of questions right now. Like, who is this guy? Not that important. Is this the show? No. Just to be clear, this is the pre-show. This is you and me for the next 20 minutes getting excited about Opening Night Live proper, the big show. That one is going to look nice. That one's got Jeff Keighley. That one's got a budget. It's going to be fancy looking. Not like this. And then you might be thinking, wait, is the next 20 minutes just this guy with his headband talking to me about stuff? No. It's going to be some of that, but most of the show is trailers. We have world premiere trailers right here for the pre-show. If anything, my job is just to smile at you and fill time in between trailers.
No.
In fact, we should
start
off with a trailer. We'll talk about Opening Night Live. It's going to be big and fun and awesome, but I feel like the best way to kick off a pre-show is just to get right into one. Our first world premiere trailer is a game that was just announced earlier this year at an Inside Xbox event from Bandai Namco. This is Scarlet Nexus.
¡Eh! ¿Qué es esto? No sé, pero lo quiero, ¿eh? ¡Ojo, eh! ¿Es de un anime? Quiero verlo, ¿eh? ¡Qué guapo, tío! ¿Cómo se ve? Este, creo que lo he visto antes. No me suelen gustar mucho los juegos de anime, la verdad. Pero este tiene otro rollo, ¿eh? Creo que el gameplay no va a ser puro anime. Mira. Qué estilo tiene. Scarlet Nexus, tío. No había en Xbox.
If you're just now joining us, this is the Gamescom Opening Night Live 2020 pre-show. That was a trailer for a video game and not an anime. And I'm Kyle Bossman, not important. For the next 20 minutes, much less than now, we are counting down the minutes until the big show, Opening Night Live, in which you're going to get fresh looks at Fall Guys Season 2.
Va a salir para PlayStation 4 y PlayStation 5.
Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War was just announced yesterday. We're already getting to see more of that tonight. Lots of things to see. Cindy Goodman from IGN is going to be giving out the Gamescom awards for Best PC Game, Best PlayStation Game, Best Xbox Game, as well as talking about some brand new shows.
Sale este año 2020.
Debuting this week at Gamescom.
Pero no pone nada
Lots
más.
of stuff.
Sale para PC también,
Xbox
One, pero también para PlayStation 5 y PlayStation 4.
For this pre-show, it is time now for another world premiere on our end. The game next that we're going to see is called Quantum Error. And parents, let me warn you now. It's time to put the kids to bed.
Tiene muy buena pinta ese juego,
it's about to
me lo voy a
get
apuntar.
scary as hell in here. I don't care if you're in the Western Hemisphere and it is the afternoon.
Es un hack and slash, rollo de Devil May Cry y demás. En Frostbite, Alex. Estamos en el Frostbite. ¿El volumen? Lo he subido, tío. No pasa nada, Alex, tío. si te gusta y tal, el año que viene ya jugaremos juntos. Oye, tiene buena pinta este juego, ¿no? No. Un juego más de zombies, dice Absol. Sí, a ver, tampoco está enseñando nada nuevo, ¿no? Quantum Error. No, pero se veía bien, tío. Una cosa es jugar un juego de zombies 7 Days y otra cosa es jugar esto, seguramente.
We have a car brand synonymous with racing and innovation and a key partner of Gamescom for years.
Los Dead Space tengo que jugármelos, tío. Jugué el 1 en su momento, pero no me lo terminé.
Check it out.
Ford knows racing. In 2019, we brought our love
of
racing to gaming, and Team Fordzilla was born. And that was just the beginning.
Bueno.
In May, we launched
Mi futuro coche, chavales.
to design a car in collaboration with gamers for gaming. This project was a global first, and our designers let their imagination go wild. So on to our
tengo pensado jugarlos en streaming, Absol.
Please welcome our first ever Team Fordzilla Project P1 model.
Pero en 11 minutos empieza o acaba. Esa es buena, Groggy. Ojo, el coche de Batman. Pues me voy a reír de los estos que te. He jugado unos cuantos juegos de miedo. Normalmente juego en la época de Halloween a los juegos de miedo. ¿Por qué, Groby?
You got us so excited with Project P1 that we are now committing to make a real-world version of this groundbreaking car.
If I didn't have games, I guess I would just be writing.
¿Creadores de contenido?
Video games and writing are absolutely my two favorite
si no fuera
passions,
gamer.
and I just managed to combine them into a job. So I feel like, honestly, I probably would have finished a couple of books.
¿Alguien traduce? Tenía unas sillas del Cyberpunk.
You need to do things on the technology, and so if I can't play things, if I wasn't into gaming, yeah, it'll be.
Pues trabajaría en un kebab.
TV watching.
En un kebab con pizzas.
I'm not a gamer, then I probably would start to game.
I think I will try something to put some smile on the face of everyone.
Pues nada, esperen, no voy a poder entrar hoy al New World. No me encuentro nada bien. Vale, Raco, tío. Descansa, hombre.
And get bored.
Descansa, tío.
Welcome back to the Opening Night Live pre-show. This is only the second year of ONL existing.
Sí, Raco. Mañana vas a poder venir a la guerra. Espérate, voy a bajar esto un momento. La guerra de New World mañana, Radko, tienes que estar antes de las 4 menos cuarto. Si te conectas después de las 4 menos cuarto, te sacan de la party directamente. Hay que conectarse 3 y media por ahí. Entiendo que no han hecho nada desde hace un año. Hostia, pues salgo de trabajar a las 3 y media. A ver cómo lo... Mira a ver si Tenebrita te puede loguear, Radko. O ella tampoco está. Simplemente logueando la cuenta. Lo he dejado en... Lo he dejado en el Discord. Una captura de ese mensaje. Creo que era las 3 menos cuarto. A ver.
So is it going to be just as long as a regular show?
Yeah, we have like 2 hours of stuff to show folks from across the industry. You know, like
the big stuff, the biggest games out there like Call of Duty, and then a lot of really interesting titles. Of course, we're gonna have some amazing next-gen stuff in the show, and Fall Guys Season 2, which has become a thing over the past couple of weeks. So it's really fun to have like the big and the small and the surprises and next-gen all blended together. But yeah, it's a full-blown show, 2 hours.
Is it going to be just back-to-back trailers, or are you going to do some interviews and demos?
En el este de guerra. Conéctate antes de las 15:45. Si no estás conectado a esa hora, perderás tu plaza. Pone en el mensaje.
Shock and awe announcements of new games similar to last year at Gamescom. We have some really big updates on games that fans are excited about and meaningful, but the kind of big surprise announcements. We have a few things in the show, and we have lots of great things planned for the Game Awards, but similar to last year, this is really a showcase of like big holiday games coming next year that you know about. So I would tell people to set their expectations to be really meaningful updates on existing games versus blowing you away with surprise shock announcements.
Great, Jeff. I'm personally looking forward to the show.
Well, me too. It's been really fun to build this, but even working with our team, it's been challenging to do things safely in the era of COVID, and it's meant a lot to me that Gamescom said we still want to do this show, and I think for all of us in the industry, we want that big showcase. So I'm just really excited to honestly like leave home, do like
tío, ¿qué dice esa gente, tío?
Like screens and lights, and it's
cuando termina esta tortura dice.
Right, we're gonna hopefully create that magic moment that we haven't felt this summer, right? And a lot of the events this summer have been pre-taped, and
estos son los trabajadores del Conqueror. Dice que no han hecho nada desde hace un año.
I really wanted to do something live with a lot of energy to it. So if we do things right, that's what people are about to see.
Very cool. Good luck with everything.
Thanks, Kyle. Thanks for
de todas formas, más
pre-show.
tarde me meto para apuntarme en el tablón. Hostia, ¿verdad, Racco? No te has apuntado en el tablón. Vale, tío.
That was basically an interview with my boss using questions that I mostly already know the answers to. So,
5 minutos.
Considering all that, I think that went pretty well. Next up, we do have another world premiere trailer, baby. Vroom vroom honk honk for Dirt 5.
Comentando la salida. Uy, que va mal. Dirt 5. ¿Regalé yo el Dirt 4 o el 3? Sí, no, me suena. Con la ruleta. A ver, lo que les gusta a los coches, esto para ellos es una maravilla, ¿no? Que se vayan actualizando. No sé si es siempre lo mismo. Que vaya golpe le metió. No sé si se actualizan, ¿no? Con los coches. Como si fuera el FIFA. El FIFA van sacando un juego cada año, pero no se actualiza casi nada. Meten la actualización de juegos, o sea, de jugadores y ya. No sé si con los coches, los juegos de coche pasa lo mismo, pero bueno. Gráficos, y actualización de algunos coches nuevos o cosas así. No lo sé. Son unos vendehumos. Totalmente.
Number 6, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Number 5, reason to be excited for ONL 2020, Shadow Drops.
¿Ese tío?
Number 4, Fall Guys Season 2. Number 3, reason to be excited for ONL 2020, actual gameplay from a mysterious PlayStation 5 exclusive. Ooh. Number 2, everything else in my life sucks right now. And number 1, reason to be excited for Opening Night Live 2020, Jeff Keighley said it's gonna be good. We have one final world premiere trailer to show off, and this trailer is an announcement of a Switch version of a popular game from 2018 that can only be described as Dinosaursy. Enjoy.
Dice tonterías, ¿no?
You think that things are going to turn out differently, huh? Well, the ones before you did too. Because they believed that they were in control. And control...
Jurassic Park?
Here's the thing.
Jurassic Park Evolution?
Humanity is desperate for it. We are seduced.
Ah, para la Switch.
But we never really possess.
Con gráficos nefastos.
You see, life can be tenacious and stubborn. Life will not be contained. And what makes us such unique creatures is knowing the power of what we're up against and still believing that we can win.
Están los comerciantes de Vodafone y luego estos. Esto es una polla, tío.
That's it. That's all we have for you in this very pre-show. Please be excited for the actual opening night live in which you'll see Destiny 2, you'll see Fall Guys Season 2, you'll see Black Ops Cold War, that mysterious PlayStation 5 demo, some things we've probably never heard of before. I think it's going to be a very good show. I'm personally excited about it. Me. I should thank you, actually, for putting up with my nonsense.
4 segundos,
It is appreciated, but seriously,
¿Termina ya?
Enjoy the show.
No me jodan.
So what's the plan?
¿Cómo sea eso? ¿Liverpool? No, es una mezcla. El juego de supervivencia este.
Divided. There are always repercussions. Do we have what it takes?
All right, I'm going in.
To be heroes?
What we're doing here could change the
Hello?
Tonight, we bring the world together.
You're with us now.
We celebrate who we are.
This is humanity's chance to repent.
And what we are.
Están contando que a lo mejor que hemos tenido un buen año, ¿no? De videojuegos.
Welcome to Gamescom, opening night live.
¿Qué te pide? Dice Groggy.
Hello everyone, I'm Jeff Keighley, and welcome to Gamescom Opening Night Live 2020. Now this year, Gamescom is of course a little different than normal, and I hope all of you and your families are safe and healthy at home. In 2020, games have comforted and connected us more than ever. And with the launch of PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X later this year, games are only going to get better. Well, all summer, I was hopeful we could get to this very moment, a big live showcase filled with more than 35 games to kick off Gamescom 2020. Tonight, you'll get a first look at Fall Guys Season 2 and an extended gameplay demo of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart for PlayStation 5. Plus, we might have a couple surprises along the way, too. But before we start, I want to acknowledge and thank all the game developers, marketers, and publishers who have worked under challenging circumstances to keep us entertained. This show is nothing without them or my production team, and doing a show at this scale safely is not easy, especially when all of you at home have some pretty insane expectations. I hope tonight reminds you why you love to play games. And with that, we're going to move on to our first game with a game that was just announced yesterday, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And joining me is Dan Vondrak from Raven to tell us about the game and give you an exclusive sneak peek. Dan,
veía que era la noticia de este juego y dije, no voy a entrar a verlo.
Good, Jeff. Thanks for having me here. This is been a dream project for us to work on from nearly the beginning of development. We knew Black Ops Cold War was going to be a direct sequel to Black Ops 1, and we loved the idea of returning to the pillars built the Black Ops franchise: deniable operations, conspiracy grounded in history, and that shadowy world of paranoia. And we get to mix all those together, drop the player into the 1980s at the height of the Cold War, and it's really something that we know would feel relevant to today and also uniquely Black Ops.
Well, you start playing with Black Ops, everyone wants to know characters. We saw yesterday in the reveal trailers, some familiar faces. So, Woods, Mason, break it down. How does this fit into the Black Ops canon? You said it's a direct sequel, so are we going to see a lot of familiar faces?
Yeah, part of the fun in making this game was bringing back the iconic characters like Woods and Hudson and Mason and seeing how all those personalities mix with some of the new characters. So the campaign takes place in 1981, and we love that we've been able to have so many connections to the original Black Ops and really be that direct sequel to the game.
Now, one thing that I'm really excited about this is you're pushing the storytelling in kind of a new direction with some branches and some options about how you play through the campaign. Can you maybe walk us through your thinking there?
Yeah, one of the driving forces from early in development was to say, let's take this Black Ops thrill ride and infuse it with some player choice and some player freedom. Anything we can do to give the player a little more ownership over their experience. So that starts with allowing the player to create their own character for the Cold War campaign. They can name them and pick a military background and really pretend they are that Black Ops soldier that they want to be. From there, we wanted to take some of our missions and infuse optional objectives, multiple paths, and some player choice moments inside some of those missions. And it was fun to find that balance between the hard-driving Call of Duty action and these more non-linear experiences inside some of the missions. So with choice comes the player wanting to feel that impact. So some of those choices earlier in the game and some towards the end will actually shape the ending of the narrative of the campaign.
All right, so multiple endings to this game.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That was one of the big things for us. It's like we love that Black Ops has always been willing to take risks, and we all know they did some of this in Black Ops 2. And with our story and with these features, we loved playing homage to those early Black Ops games.
Oh, yeah, I remember the numbers. All right. Well, Dan, we are excited to see more of it. I know multiplayer reveal is coming in September, but since you got a switch there, maybe you could flip the switch on something exclusive for us. Right? What are you going to show us?
Yeah, absolutely. This is really exciting because this will be the first time we've done this outside the walls of the development studio. This is a scene from earlier in the game, and it's a critical point that really shows the narrative of the world, shows this threat that our heroes are going to be battling. So let's take a look.
(1943). Detailed information from the Manhattan Project was stolen from Los Alamos by the Russian spy known as Perseus. 1968, Vietnam War. Viet Cong soldiers orchestrated by Perseus attempted to steal an American-made nuclear bomb from a U.S. firebase. 5 days ago, while on a mission, we acquired intel that Perseus is in play again and planning an attack on the West. Perseus. The CIA's analysts consider him to be the single largest threat to the free world.
Mr. Hudson, we're all aware of Perseus. We're also aware he's more myth than fact. I mean, personally, I think he's nothing more than the Russian boogeyman.
General Haig, allow me to introduce the man best suited to respond to that. CIA clandestine special officer Russell Adler. He's one of the few people who even come close to capturing Perseus.
Mr. Adler, why should we take this Perseus threat seriously?
You don't have to, sir.
Yeah, then a lot of innocent people are gonna die. Why do you say that?
Sir.
Every time Perseus has come into play, it's shifted the balance of the Cold War. After 13 years of silence, if he's active, something big is gonna happen. Something that will affect the free world. Mr. President.
Sir.
Mr. President.
Mr. President, this is Jason Hudson and Russell F.
I know their names.
Presidente.
Who do you think approved their last mission?
Este tiene más coloretes, ¿eh?
Is the threat real?
Yes, sir, we believe it is.
Can you stop Perseus?
We can, sir. I've already submitted the requisition for my team.
Sir, their requests are highly irregular. Most likely illegal if the press gets a hold.
What the hell are you talking about? Do you know who we are? Every mission we go on is illegal.
Sergeant Woods, plausible deniability is the backbone of our work.
Al, we're talking about preventing an attack on the free men and women of the world. Give Mr. Adler whatever he wants. Gentlemen, you've been given an important task. Protecting our very way of life from a great evil. There is no higher duty. There is no higher honor. And while few people will know of your struggles, rest assured, the entire free world will benefit. I know you won't fail us.
Tonight we have some new game announcements for you guys as well, including this one, a new next-gen narrative action-adventure game from Reflector Entertainment in Montreal. It's called Unknown 9. The game tells the story of Haruna, a woman raised on the streets of India and haunted by visions of her own death. Haruna struggles to understand her mysterious innate abilities to manipulate the unseen.
Este tenía buena pinta, ¿eh? Lo poco que vi, no sé si fue en el E3 del año pasado, no me acuerdo cuándo. Este tiene buena pinta, ¿eh? Si es el que creo que es. ¿Está al máximo? Sí. No me jodas que no van a enseñar nada más. Algo más, algo más. Sí, una mano. Pero tío, ¿esto es legal? ¿Esto es legal, tío? No me jodas, tío. Esto en mi pueblo es un atraco, ¿eh? Adiós, a Doom Eternal.
Tonight we've got an exclusive first look at the campaign expansion called The Ancient Gods Part 1. Check this out.
Ahora ya sabes si quieres comprarlo, ¿no? Madre mía, tío. ¿Qué es un DLC o algo del Doom Eternal o qué? Esto. O una expansión o... No sé. Te paso el link con una yankee que está enseñando una guerra en el New World. Pásamelo por privado, si sapo. Pero vamos, que he visto ya algo. Que es capturando bueno, capturando zonas y tal. Vale. Así no vamos ciegos mañana. Pues vale.
2020 marks the 25th anniversary of a legendary game studio, BioWare. Tonight, Casey Hudson and the team wanted to give everyone around the world a little taste of what's next. Casey, over to you.
Hey Jeff, it's great to see you again. You know, 6 years ago, we were on the stage with you at the 2014 Game Awards, accepting the Game of the Year for Dragon Age Inquisition. And since then, we've been imagining new ways to use next-generation technology to bring the world and characters of Dragon Age to life. We're still in early production, but we thought it was time to give you the very first look at how BioWare's passionate team of developers are crafting this very special game.
I've been at BioWare for a really long time, so I've got to see it grow up and turn from a company of 35 people to a company of more than 300 people.
There's amazing people in the industry. There's amazing stories to be told with other people.
I love that character so much.
We're very experimental here at BioWare, so we're always coming up with new stuff.
We're always trying to improve, innovate, and bring new characters to life for our players and fans to enjoy.
The world of Dragon Age really has got it all. It's got frontier stories, it's got mystery, it's got hard-boiled detective stories. And of course, it's all wrapped up in kind of a fantasy setting.
You really feel like you're the hero in the Dragon Age world and you're saving people.
Dragon Age to me is a wonderful world to play in.
I am really excited about the future of Dragon Age. This is an original world, original flora, original wildlife, original architecture. That makes it fun to explore and discover.
In the next Dragon Age, you get an opportunity to see new things, new places, and interact with people who lived and grew up in these spaces as
Tío,
well.
mucho arte conceptual, pero no nos enseñan nada, tío.
Now we want to tell a story. What happens when you don't have power? What happens when the people in charge aren't willing to address the issues?
The things that you can expect in the next installment are going to be stories that focus on the people around you and the friends and family you make.
Something that we'll be able to look forward to in Dragon Age is a really close relationship with game characters who really become real for you.
We want characters to either be loved or hated. One of the best examples of that is Solus. Half the community wants to kill him, half the people want to marry him, then another part wants to do both.
They call me the Dread Wolf. What will they call you when this is over?
BioWare and EA
Ese tío me sonaba un huevo,
one of the forerunners in using motion magic technology, and that makes it way more realistic when you're looking at the characters and the way they walk and move and interact in the world.
Players wanting that suspension of disbelief that this wonderful collection of digital pixels is actually a living, breathing soul.
No, it's okay. That's the good kind of rumble.
I actually design bosses. I help with the creature design team as well. So I do all of like the big threats that you have to go up against.
Nobody dies on my watch. For the Wardens!
Choice is a big part of what Dragon Age is as a franchise. The decisions you make can affect change in the world.
Decision making can mean that a party member lives or a party member dies. And it means owning your outcome and reactivity to the choices that...
¿Qué pasa aquí? ¿Qué está pasando?
Love the possibilities that Dragon Age offers us, and I'm
¿No pagan
excited to
internet o qué?
explore a lot more of them.
To me, that potential is what gets you up in the morning.
No tiene mala pinta lo que están enseñando, pero enséñame, no sé, algo más. Solo son dibujos, tío. Solo son dibujos. Es que viene Axel y lo dibuja ahí mejor que ellos, tío. Bueno. Viene del futuro a jodernos la vida.
Wow, wait, you're what's his name? Back to the Future.
I'm Emmanuel Brown, Doctor of Physics.
¿Este tío aún vive? ¿Cuántos años tiene?
Yeah, we know who you are, but what are you doing here?
I did come back from the future to this precise moment on August 27th, 2020, because it's imperative we launch Surgeon Simulator 2 right now.
And what exactly do you have to do with
No lo sé, Axel, tío, no lo sé.
During the mid-20th century, some friends of mine from Shire University invented a state-of-the-art medical training facility,
No sé, tío.
known as
Creo que me he equivocado de canal de Twitch.
training program.
Yo creo que esto no la Gamescom.
7 years later, we've digitized the experience. It's unbelievable. You can access the program through your computer and then be medically trained from the comfort of your keyboard. And it's available as of great Scott, this very moment. Tonight, I want the world premiere a few examples of some of the incredibly successful test subjects who have already completed the course.
So you're saying a world premiere will save our future?
Only time will tell. And speaking of time, I'm off to another world premiere, Avengers 26, The Return of the Son of Thanos, opening 2077. And with that, I leave the fate of the human race in your hands. Just make sure you play Surgeon Simulator 2 now. Doctor's orders.
Madre mía, tío.
That's on his head! No!
Can we give him a little pat on the head? Where does this part go? Wait, there, we got it. He looks good as new.
Now grab the good arm and bring it in here. We're dying. He's dying.
Oh,
No, that's not right. My finger slipped.
He gets the
Jesus Christ! What a bad!
Oh,
He's perfect. We saved him.
En Epic Game Store, chaval, lo podéis comprar. Recordad poner mi código de creador, xPeReZ8822.
Doc Brown introducing Jacksepticeye playing Surgeon Simulator, only on opening night live. All right, well, if you thought that crossover was kind of crazy, wait until you get a load of this next game announcement that I don't think anyone probably saw coming. Check this out.
Buenas tardes, Gamer. Ah, me estoy partiendo la pierna. El New World, tío, está muy guapo, Gamer. Está muy guapo, tío. Yo lo cancelé y lo voy a volver a comprar seguramente el año que viene, cuando salga. Quiero ver una cosa. Yo no sé, tío, qué tipo de película es esto que estamos viendo, ¿eh? ¿En serio, tío? ¿Para esto? Lo del Surgeon Simulator se sabía del E3. Que enseñen cosas nuevas, ya ves, Mega Misterio. Gamer, por cierto, sobre el New World. Cuando termine la beta, voy a subir un vídeo a mi canal de YouTube. Porque ahora mismo tengo una opinión, pero cuando termine la beta y vaya viendo... Mañana voy a ver la guerra territorial de New World. Entonces, cuando conozca todo lo que más o menos se puede conocer de New World, grabaré un vídeo y comentaré todo, ¿vale? A ver mi opinión, cosas buenas, cosas malas del juego. Si merece la pena comprarlo, si no, porque no es barato. Si enseñan Mega Misterio, si enseñan algo del Elden Ring, Hoy hay paja.
But even they could use some help. Here, slip on this little beauty for effect.
Pero no, el Elden Ring, ¿para qué? Teniendo este juego que tenemos en pantalla. Madre mía, tío.
The return of Sam and Max. Yes. All right. And now it's time to say hello to my wonderful co-host for ONL from IGN. Please say hello to Sydney Goodman.
Thank you, Jeff. What's up, everyone? I'm Sydney Goodman, and I am thrilled to be here. Gamescom is always such a fun event, and throughout the show tonight, I'll be telling you about all the different ways that IGN is involved in this year's festivities. But first, I have an award to announce. The winner of Best Nintendo Switch Game is Little Nightmares 2.
¡Hombre!
Like I said, IGN is going to be
¿Ya está? ¿Me enseña el título? ¿Me enseña el título y ya está?
Such as Gamescom Studio,
Dime que no.
where you can find me and my co-hosts for all day long games content, interviews, dev talks, and more. Plus, we have Gamescom Awesome Indies, the show with and for indie developers. That premieres Saturday, August 29th at 7 p.m. Central European Time, so be sure to tune in for more announcements and special guests. And now, let's go back to Jeff for our next big premiere.
El tío de antes estaba riendo de nosotros.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sid. We are so excited to see what's in the Gamescom studio. And
dime por favor que necesito saber qué estaban diciendo. Necesito saberlo.
All right, well, on to our next game. In the next World of Warcraft expansion, players will journey beyond the mortal world of Azeroth to a place where no living soul has set foot before. The Shadowlands, the afterlife of an entire Warcraft universe. The infinite realms of the Shadowlands are watched over by different factions, known as covenants, each holding dominion over a different aspect of the afterlife. And depending on how someone lived their mortal life, they may end up as part of one of these covenants when they cross over into the Shadowlands. Today, we're excited to give you a closer look at the noble and pure Kyrian Covenant from the realm of Bastion, who are charged with carrying the souls of the dead into the beyond. So sit back and get ready for the world premiere of Bastion, the first in Blizzard Entertainment's new 4-part series of animated shorts called Afterlives. Enjoy.
Buena masacre. Estoy más atento a la teta que a lo que dice what the fuck.
Light, save my soul.
¿Qué es esto, tío? ¿Hacer lives? El resumen masacre lo tienes ahí arriba de los comentarios.
Welcome to Bastion. You led a truly selfless life, and for that, you have been chosen.
Chosen?
To shed your mortal burdens and join the ranks of the Ascended, serving to ferry the souls of the dead unto the Shadowlands.
I serve the light, and my work is not done. There is an evil that must be...
There is no evil here. The darkness was sealed within the maw long ago.
You're wrong. He destroyed my home, murdered my people and my king. He must be punished.
You are an aspirant now. You must accept your new purpose and purge yourself of this desire for vengeance.
What I desire is justice.
Para mí tiene más pinta Diablo que WoW, tío.
Why are you training this soul?
Pero no sé.
It is beneath your station as a paragon.
He cannot let go. He continues to demand retribution for his death.
And this concerns you? Many souls take eons to ascend.
Yes, but this one seems broken, Thenios. Unlike any soul I have seen, I have begun to wonder whether he was deemed worthy of Bastion. By mistake.
Be careful, Devos. I would not let the Archon hear such a thought. In time, he will forget. Trust our ways. Trust the path.
Devos, how long must we train?
Until you are ready to ascend.
And what is keeping me from ascension?
Nothing but the memory of your mortal life.
How can I forget when I can still feel his blade?
Your soul is wounded? Who did this to you?
He was my student. He betrayed us all.
Show me. The runes on his blade were unmistakable. This dark agent runs free on a mortal world with the power of the Maw itself in hand. Our realm is imperiled.
Impossible.
El Baldur's Gate.
Is inescapable. You must return to the path.
No, el Baldur's Gate no es, ¿eh? ¿Es cool? No tiene pinta. ¿Esa espada es del WoW?
The order of the Shadowlands depends on the execution of our eternal charge. You will abandon this course.
Aún no está... sigue de mantenimiento el New World. Crosskull. Vaya putada, tío. Estos son rusos también.
Uther, the time of your ascension has come.
Vale, Crosskull. Bueno, yo a la noche no voy a estar, pero bueno. Mañana nos vemos. En la guerra territorial o por la mañana. Seguramente mañana por la mañana le meta al New World. No sé si tengo que grabar otra cosa. A lo mejor en Raid Shadow Legends. Va, nos vemos en la War. ¿Qué coño es esto, tío? Está tardando mucho, ¿no? Han tenido que pagar un montón de minutos, ¿no? A ver, si tengo... Han tenido que meter aquí una pasta que flipas para promocionarlo. Ah, hombre, va. Es que no es ni vídeo, es que son fotogramas, tío.
Now, cast him into the maw. Return him to the darkness he served. His eternal suffering awaits.
Es la espada del rey. Pero Masacre, ¿cuántos años llevas sin tocar el WoW, tío?
And take your vengeance.
Not vengeance. Justice.
¿Cómo se llama? Mira, ahí lo tienes. ¡A chuparla! Ya, hombre, coño. Venga, next. Cuando saquen la expansión me voy a viciar como un cabrón. Sí, ¿no? Mega Misterio. Pero, tío, que han estado 20 minutos con lo mismo. Esa espada es súper reconocible. Sí, ¿no? Vale. Cuenta, Masacre. Eras de los mejores del WoW, ¿no? En tu época. En la de los años... es de los años 20. Bueno, el Battle Royale este de elementos. No. No, no, no. Esto es otra cosa. ¿Esto qué es? ¿Cuántas expansiones lleva el WoW ya? Buah. Que va a 300.000. Es el WoW también esto. Pero tío, ¿pero esto qué es? Segundo mago mejor de España en la Season 2. El señor Rayado. Nunca termina la historia, no, parece que no.
Much more. Stay tuned. All right, but
now it's time for the
announcement of a new universe that is coming to gaming for the first time with a project from a Canadian studio. Check this out.
Have returned. They corrupted, divided, conquered, until finally.
Va, hombre, va. Un momento. ¿Esto qué es, tío? ¿Esto qué es? Va, hombre, va. ¿Warhammer? Pues he visto... He visto Warhammer ahí. ¿Pero qué pasa aquí, tío? ¿Se ve mal en otros lados también? A ver, un momento. Voy a toquetear una cosa. ¿2021? Algo de esto, ¿eh? ¿Qué coño han hecho, tío? Me cago en mi vida. ¿Qué le pasa a esto, tío? Que paguen ya, hombre, el internet. Esto es una guerra entre Blizzard y contra Amazon. ¿Quién ganará? Pues Amazon. ¿Qué han dicho del Warhammer, tío? No me he enterado bien. A veces será unos 1000 euros, más o menos. Era de Warhammer, pero no sé qué era, tío. ¿Esto qué es, tío? ¿Esto qué es? ¿Esto qué es? Espérate, porque creo que tengo otra por ahí. A ver. Esta, a ver si esta se ve bien. Y le dan por culo a esta, tío. Sí, parece que esta sí que va bien, ¿eh?
Tell us more about what we just saw. I'm joined by Lou Studdert from Toys for Bob.
No va bien, no va bien. Hola, Misak. Muy buenas. ¿Qué era de Warhammer, tío? A mí me escucháis bien, ¿no? ¿Vale? Voy a bajar esto un poco. Este va a hablar del Crash Bandicoot, ¿no? A ver, un momento. No, no parece que se ve bien, pero... me gustaría saber... A ver... Si he sido yo solamente o ha sido el streaming de ellos, tío. Puta vida, tío. Me queda con las ganas, porque un juego que me interesaba. Voy a buscar a ver qué han anunciado. No. ¿Cómo? No. ¿Era el Total War Warhammer 3? Oh, Dios mío. No, no puede ser. Tampoco han enseñado mucho, pero... En Reddit hay algo sobre ello.
is for Crash to really express that pure plumbing kind of aspect of gameplay that we know and love about the franchise. Narratively for us, it was really cool to layer in kind of a unique perspective to the franchise. This is the moment when Cortex is really excited about the prospect of Crash being on his team, because Crash was originally crewed by Cortex, and so this is a weird point in time that's never really been explored in things before.
Awesome. All right. Well, Crash 4, It's About Time looks phenomenal, Lou. We cannot wait to check it out in October. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Awesome. All right. Well, we will be right back after this for more Gamescom Opening Night Live.
I have become terror.
You can't fight.
The unseen predator.
You can't fight before.
A rupture that obliterates without warning.
Vale, avisa, gracias. El juego tendría que cambiarlo todo, empezar de cero con mejores gráficos y demás. Otra historia y está todo desde el principio. Ya. Ganaría un montón de jugadores de esa manera.
The anomaly alters us each in our own ways, yet we are drawn down the same road into the dark heart of creation.
La han subido ya,
We will find the source, whatever it holds, whatever it takes.
Vale, tengo el tráiler, de antes. De Warhammer, ahora lo vemos. ¿Este shooter qué pasa? Este shooter de mierda, ¿qué es esto? ¿Destiny? Ah, no. Outriders. Vale, a ver si sale el tío, se va hablando. Repute Dallas. Vale, no, otro juego. ¿Valorant? Ah, no. Oh, sí. ¿No? ¿Eso qué es? ¿Cyberpunk? Escape. Oh my god. El juego de Oliver y Benji. Buenas de cogollo. Oye, ¿alguien había canjeado algo? Espérate un momento. ¿De los juegos? Es que desde aquí no puedo, tío, verlo.
Welcome to Necromunda. I can see you're new here. Let me get you up to speed. The Underhive's named well. A sprawl of humanity suffering away like ants. Deep underground where we ain't causing trouble but are rich boys and girls, no matter how loud we are. And do we ever make some noise? Every Orlok says they could shoot the tail off a lashworm and they'd splash your head from 20 paces for saying they couldn't. I don't want to say immortal, but when their armor, blood, skin and will are of iron, it's a potent combo. Why would someone like you want to know about an all-female gang of psychopaths, drug dealers, killers, cloners and... Oh, makes sense. And Escher will cut you up just for the fun of it. Goliaths are big. That's it. Anything smaller than them doesn't deserve to live. And they're just as happy filling you with lead as they are smashing you to pieces with a power maul. Now, mixing that whole pot together in a place like this, you can imagine what happens. Chaos, gang warfare, for wealth, for power, hell, sometimes just for fun. So, think you're ready? Necromunda Underhive Wars comes to PlayStation 4
Hostia, Crosscool.
PC on September 8th.
futuro dos jogos, além de realidades virtuais extremamente fidedignas e realistas, eu acho que também se encontra em formas mais expressivas e absurdas, quebrando cada vez mais esses paradigmas de formato de videogame que a gente tem e sendo usado mais do que nunca como uma ferramenta de expressão artística.
I envision the future gaming to be quite bright and quite online.
The next generation of console will clearly allow AAA and indie developers to build more creative-driven games that I hope will cover more diverse subjects.
I want to play all kinds of stories about people and places, both real and imagined. I want comedy games, I want autobiographical games. I really want to see what people can do with the medium.
Pro futuro dos games, eu vejo uma evolução obviamente gráfica, mas eu vejo ainda mais evolução na inteligência artificial e na maneira com a qual a gente interage com os games, tudo em busca de experiências mais imersivas.
Vale, este tío. Vale, un momento, mientras que ese tío que sí, que sí, ¿no? Vamos a ver esto.
They corrupted, divided, conquered.
Es el juego que hemos visto, que nos hemos perdido antes.
The gates of the celestial realm were thrown open. Our last remaining hope, the storm-cast Eternals. Vengeance made manifest. Unbound, unbroken, we will take back what the dead have ravaged.
Ah, pero lo ha hecho sin mar este. Stormground. ¿Esto de qué va, tío? 2021. ¿Qué es un juego de cartas o qué es esto, tío? Y ponía, a ver, un momento. Para PC, PS4, Switch y Xbox One. ¿Qué coño, tío? Me he quedado. Voy a buscarlo un momento. ¿Storm qué era? Stormground. No, Minecraft.
Last year at Opening Night Live, we announced Little Nightmares 2
Ahora la van a
to the
enseñar.
world. Well, the team at Tarsier
Bueno.
Studios hasn't shown anything since, but that changes right now. Here is a first look at the gameplay of Little Nightmares 2, which is coming next February, with more to come throughout the week at Gamescom, including a live demo on Gamescom Studio tomorrow. Nice. All right, thank you.
Yo me pasé este en el canal, chavales, aquí en el streaming. Lo tengo subido en mi canal de YouTube. Sí, es la nueva historia, Absol, pero ¿qué es? ¿Un juego de cartas? Yo qué sé, un MMORPG. ¿Es un juego de aventuras? ¿Es un juego en primera persona, shooter? ¿Qué coño es ese juego, tío, de las F sin mar este? Este no lo pasaremos, cuando salga. El 1 me gustó bastante. Sí que creo que me duró 4, 5, 6 horas más o menos. Estaba guay, la verdad. Pero este parece que es rollo cooperativo, ¿eh? Da mal rollo, ¿eh? El 1 no daba tan mal rollo. Este le han metido un poquito más de miedo. Este le han metido, bueno, miedo. Más siniestro. ¿Ponía Later en 2021? Later in... Oh, Dios mío. No, Jerry. Jerry. Oh, Dios mío, Mauro. Oh, ¡mamma mía!
This arcade-style video game is over-the-top outrageous, with over 70 WWE superstars and legends brawling it out like never before. Oh no, hold on to your toupee, Morrow. Look out below. WWE is LIT. You know, I'm a little more old school than Morrow, so I can't wait to see these WWE legends teach these kids a thing or two. And you know what? Here's a closer look at the insane action. It's a great evening.
No puedo con esto,
WWE action.
Hostia, tú.
Take that, Morrow. Man, it's so good to see the Bella Twins at their best. Now, let's keep this party rolling with another matchup. Oh, look out, Morrow. The Undertaker has risen, and Finn Balor is about to be taking
Hostia,
his
chaval.
last ride. Mamma mia, what a move!
Tío, pero que no, tío. ¿Qué es esto, tío? Que están destrozando mi infancia. Oh, Dios
This
mío.
is just an example of the pandemonium that you're going to experience when you head to the battlegrounds. Woo, that's a big toy hammer.
¿Qué cojones?
Can't believe my eyes. Seth Rollins delivers the stop. What a night. What a night. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. Pre-order WWE 2K Battlegrounds today and brawl without limits. Mamma mia! Oh,
¡Mamma mía!
Morrow, I know that's your line.
Oh, Dios mío.
Hello again. I have even more awards to announce, so let's get right down to it. The winner of Best Action Adventure Game is Watch Dogs Legion.
Esto me interesa ya más, ¿eh? Pero no creo que enseñen más de lo que han enseñado ya, o sea, es que han enseñado ya mucha cosa de Watch Dogs. Este juego lo tengo reservado, chavales. Este lo vamos a jugar en el canal en el día de su salida. Tu madre ni compra esa mierda. Ah, bueno. Están haciendo un resumen, tío, de lo que va a llegar, ¿no? En los próximos meses, ¿o qué? Star Wars. Me tengo que pasar el Star Wars que sacaron rollo Dark Souls. Me interesaba mucho ese juego, ¿eh? Me pareció muy interesante. El Fallen Order. El Groby. Esto no ha salido, Axel. Esto no ha salido en mi puta vida. Hazme caso. Esto no ha salido en tu puta vida. ¿Qué coño es esto, tío? Grogy, a ver dónde estás mirando.
Gamescom 2020 is the heart of gaming, and you can keep to the beat right here on IGN. We've turned the single biggest show in gaming into 5.
¿Cuál era ese?
Now is your virtual show floor with up to the second live coverage. Gamescom Daily Show, Gamescom's first ever late night talk show, our Gamescom Awesome Indies Show, the freshest deep cuts in indie gaming, and finally
Dime que ha terminado ya la feria esta, el evento, y es que me corto las pelotas.
And now it is time to talk about that best action game winner, Star Wars Squadrons. This is a new immersive space combat game from Motive Studios that delivers the ultimate Star Wars pilot fantasy. We've missed those. In Squadrons, you'll suit up and fly for both the New Republic and the Galactic Empire across intense 5v5 multiplayer battles, as well as an all-new, authentic single-player story set after the events of Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Today, we'll get a glimpse at what Squadron's story has to offer by taking a brief look at one of the single-player missions featuring some light narration by the Motive team. Let's check.
We all choose our path.
Dicen
Light or dark. Freedom.
Dicen que va a ser un juego de estrategia.
The Empire chose to destroy Alderaan in order to spread fear and douse
En los
the
comentarios.
fires of rebellion. But the heroic pilots of the Rebel Alliance have chosen to keep fighting.
A mí no me llama mucho, la verdad, el Age of Sigmar este, tío. No sé vosotros. A ver, que luego si está guapo el juego me da igual, ¿sabes? Pero... porque seguramente lo juegue, pero... no sé. Va a ser un juego de estrategia, creo. Que hace un tiempo anunciaron que iban a anunciar un juego de estrategia, no sé qué historia, los de Game Workshop. Y claro, tiene... todo cuadra, ¿no? Si sacan ahora este juego de Warhammer. ¿Qué es esto? Otro juego de... ¡Ah! El de Escuadrón. Este pintaba bien, ¿eh? Este juego. Lo poco que vi. Pero es más rollo aventuras de un piloto, ¿no? De nave. ¿Es de primera persona el que Warhammer? ¿Brogy? Pintaba, harán como con el Battlefront. Puede ser PC Killer. A mí el único que me interesa de Star Wars es el Fallen Order. De Star Wars no me suelen gustar los juegos, tío. Son muy mata-mata, ¿no? No sé. Ah, tú hablas del Star Wars, Brogy. No, yo hablo del Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Que va a ser un juego de estrategia, según he leído. ¿Esos gráficos, tío? ¿Están enseñando, tío? Ese es el que quiero jugar yo, PC Killer. ¿Sabes cuándo vuelven los servers de New World? No, Alex. Dijeron que aproximadamente 1 hora. Y creo que llevan 1 hora y media ya. O por ahí.
Each mission will immerse you into the escalating conflict between the New Republic and a shattered empire. Debrief with your squad mates between missions.
You're our new wingmate.
Customize and master all 8 starfighters and join the galaxy's finest.
I need you focused and ready to go.
From bombing runs at the Nadiri dockyards to setting a trap in the Xavian abyss, the story of these rival squadrons will push the war to the brink and define the galaxy for years to come. I look forward to seeing you in combat October 2nd.
That is not all EA has to share.
A mí no me verá Ratko.
Away today at Star Wars Galaxy Edge, you can enter the world of Batuu, where you can visit Oga's Cantina or jump into the Millennium Falcon on a run to Smuggler's Cove. It was this incredible adventure at Disneyland Resort and Walt Disney World Resort that inspired the Sims latest game pack. Check this out.
Esta va a ser una mierda que la tira al espacio y lo más oscuro de la galaxia la quiere. Oh my god. No. No puede ser. Si queréis lo quito. Si queréis lo quito de la imagen, tío. Para que no os lloren los ojos. Sin comentarios.
There is even more Star Wars to come later in the show. Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga is up, and as we move into our second hour, we've got Fall Guys Season 2 still to come, the reveal of that, which I can't wait for you guys to see.
Se ha quedado a gusto el presentador.
A gameplay demo of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart for PlayStation 5.
Right now,
you might remember this next game from Annapurna Interactive from last year's Microsoft E3 event. And today, I'm excited to share a new announcement from the team. This interactive thriller about a man stuck in a time loop is one of this year's most intriguing indie titles, and now they've added an absolutely all-star cast to the game. Here's a whole new look at 12 minutes.
All right, close your eyes. I want you to think of a flower. Look at its colors, its colors. Now I want you to imagine it changing, moving backward, returning to its bud. Think of
Hitman?
that bud, unopened. Look at it as a whole. Then
Creo que iban a hacer un juego de Hitman, algo de este rollo.
May you be free from suffering. May you be free from fear. May you know peace and joy.
Ah, no, un thriller interactivo. Meh.
That's going to be a really special indie game. So glad to announce that here on the show. Now, last year at the Game Awards, we announced Godfall, a new looter shooter coming to PlayStation 5 and PC from Counterplay. Tonight, we've got a quick sneak peek of one of the new Valor plates with more footage coming as part of Gamescom 2020. Check this out.
A eso háblalo por privado, Alex. ¿Qué es esto? Godfall.
We have much more O&L to come. Exclusive looks at Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, Fall Guys Season 2. Wait until you see what the Mediatonic guys are up to, and so much more. But first, I'm sure you saw that earlier this week, Heart of Deimos, Warframe's
La nueva tier 4 de Conqueror, ¿el qué?
was released on PC, Xbox, and PS4. And today, it's also on Switch, all platforms. Here's a look at the Heart of Deimos.
¿Así, Upsell? A ver. Voy a la Epic Game.
Expand, explore, tear the veil asunder, subvert new territory to our sovereign will.
Esto es Warframe, ¿no?
But that was what it wanted too.
Viendo la pinta.
It raged unchecked through metal, bone, flesh. Life. We are.
Sí, están regalando el Hitman, en la Epic Game estos chavales.
visitors?
Now, the gateway is failing. The jaws close. The final heartbeat approaches.
Have we tried turning it off and on again?
But before we fall,
El Warframe, hay gente que le mete mucho vicio, ¿eh? Hay gente que le mete mucho vicio.
there is one who will hear the heart of Deimos.
So many people have been discovering or rediscovering video games during lockdown, whether it be older people or bored teenagers or middle-aged parents who suddenly find they have to do something together with their kids. And I think I've given out more advice about video games in 2020 than any other time ever. And as a result, it's more important than ever that we keep making different, interesting things for folk to play.
A pandemia pela qual a gente está passando tem sido um período difícil a todos. Então, nesse momento, eu acho que a gente precisa lembrar de mostrar mais empatia, demonstrar mais amor, mais carinho e saber que a gente vai sair dessa juntos. Vai ser difícil, mas isso tudo vai passar.
I hope everybody gets healthy and
Sí, eso, la rima si quieres hazla, Alex. Eso no hay problema, tío.
Time, care about other people and wear your masks.
Jogos são, na minha opinião pessoal, a forma de arte mais incrível de se expressar. Eles englobam tudo: música, arte, escrita.
No lo sé, tío.
A chance de controlar y vivenciar.
Supongo que son creadores de contenido, ¿no? De habla inglesa.
É mágico, é maravilhoso. Jogos son pura.
Está muy entretenido, pero también es un juego con movida, sí, ¿no? Es que, buah, por eso, es que no hay que... Yo mira que cuando lo pusieron en free to play y demás, me apeteció probarlo, pero me contaron que tiene sus horitas. Y dije, no, paso.
When I was a kid, my grandmama told me I can't go to heaven, so I stopped praying and asking for blessings and started preparing for my Armageddon. Got nothing to lose, I'm all in. Walking the edge, don't fall in. Enough of the lies, don't apologize. I don't understand, are you foreign? This is the place, this is the site. Grab all your people and log in. I'm waiting, don't care how long it's gonna take. Watching and waiting for that first mistake. Don't come up missing, just checking the list. I'm always aware of your current position. I just hold out to the perfect condition. Coming alive.
¿Es este juego? Override.
All right, guys, we're back officially into hour 2. We've got an hour more of.
Por cierto, para los que están jugando New World y demás, han puesto, acaban de poner en Twitter que en aproximadamente 30 minutos van a estar algunos mundos abiertos. Así que si los que queráis estar atentos ahí.
So much more across the next hour. Opening Night Live continues, and it just is the start of Gamescom 2020. But right now, on September 25th, Mafia Definitive Edition launches, a comprehensive, built-from-the-ground-up remake of the original Mafia. Tonight, we've got the exclusive debut of the next trailer, called A Life of Reward Too Big to Ignore, which deals with Tommy's induction into the Salieri crime family. Check this out.
All these guys,